We're currently stood in the 12th century crypt of the Priory Church of the Order of St John in Clerkenwell. This is a beautiful 12th century building. You really get a sense of the Middle Ages by being stood here. We're in the crypt. Above us is the modern Priory Church, which was rebuilt after the Second World War. In more recent reconstruction work outside, they've marked in the pavement the line of where the medieval round church would have stood.
The museum tells the story of the order right from its foundations in 11th century Jerusalem through to the present day and its work with St John Ambulance. We have about 60,000 items in the collection that chart the history of the organisation.
So the Bearers of the Cross project was funded by the Arts and Humanities Research Council. It ran here from 2015 to 2017.
We had an incredible project team on site working with us to help to properly research and document and digitise our medieval collections so that they could be made available online in an open access database.
It's really improved the way that we can interpret our collections for both a physical and a virtual audience. We have these wonderful collections that few people know that they're here, and historically the only way you've been able to access it is if you physically come through the door.
One of the members of the project team, Dr. Rosie Weech, was based here at the museum, and her work was really to examine and have an overview of the medieval collection to guide the identification and the interpretation of particular objects.
It's a database that includes the full catalogue information for each of the objects, so that's everything from details of its provenance, acquisition details, but also things like measurements, but really importantly, it also includes very high quality publication ready images. It's helped to raise awareness of the collections to a number of audiences, but particularly people who are perhaps researching and writing, and for them to be able to very quickly identify what we have, what's of interest to them, and already see all of the information we have on it means that they can quickly and easily use any part of our collection in their work, and in turn, as they do that, more people become aware of our museum and our collections.
In my more recent work, I've been interested in thinking about the way that objects can tell us about crusaders and the devotional and the cultural worlds in which they lived. So having the opportunity to work closely with a medieval collection here at the museum that is rich in objects produced by and for crusaders and other Latin Christians associated with the crusading movement has been fantastic. Having read a lot in medieval texts about the importance of devotional places, here I've had an opportunity to work with medieval objects produced by crusaders that bear images of these places, bear images of the Holy Sepulchre, bear images of the relic of the True Cross. And I've had an opportunity to think about what that means for our understanding of how widespread devotion was.
The project has helped hugely. So here in the museum, the staff and I, none of us are specialists in this collection. We're all generalists. So to be able to unlock the stories behind these objects is incredibly important, and working in collaborative ways is really important to be able to deliver on that.
It also presented me with all sorts of opportunities to develop my understanding of public engagement, of presenting my research to wider audiences, not only through public events like lectures, handling sessions and workshops, but also through the curation of an exhibition that we ran together here in 2017.
For our numbers of academic students who come here for school groups, for focused formal learning activities, numbers have really gone up for that, and we've really noticed the difference. And really interestingly, actually this month we have a group that came in for works relating to Islamic history of the Crusades. So a really different aspect that's bringing in another audience. It's widening up the collections and bringing in different perspectives too, which is really helpful, and something that we would like to be that arena for debate. And the collections here are, they're quite unique in a lot of ways, and that story of the Crusades and the Order of St John, it has incredible relevance and continues to, so having that being opened up to a wider audience I think is incredibly helpful and really important.